Daring Abroad, brought to you by Equity.
On this series in the past, we've brought you experiences of Kenyans in trucking business in the US. How about Australia? Yes, let's join Bran Mimano and his partner Sam Ngunu as they share their story. It is a sunny Tuesday in Perth City, Australia, and Bran Mimano is already on one of his delivery runs. So trucking is a huge business here.
It's very, very huge. These are some of the big giants we have, like SCT, the big truck in front of us. So it's a very, very big industry.
Bran is not just a driver, he's also a director at Filii, a transport and logistics company which he runs together with his longtime friend Sam Ngunu. So what's a typical day for them?
Day-to-day job starts very early in the morning. So usually I'm up by 5 in the morning. I suppose as the saying goes, the early bird catches the worm. So I'm usually reporting to work by 6. That's in a place called Welshpool, where we go and we find out what we have for the day and we load up the trucks. All the drivers come in, but I'm the one who usually starts a bit earlier. And then we pick up our freight. All of us have certain set areas that we service. So once the trucks are in and they're loaded, then everybody goes out on their day.
Well, we play equal roles. We're both directors, so it's pretty much run as a partnership. So any decisions that we make, any contracts that we're looking for or any contracts that we have, it's basically decided between the two of us.
The company was incorporated in 2016. The two Kenyans had been working in the trucking business for quite some time.
Actually, what had happened is my business partner, Sam, was in it before me. And one day I took some time off work from my office job and went out with him just to get a feel of what the industry is like, because he was already doing it. And as luck would present itself, there came an opportunity for me to get into the business while I was riding with him. And so jumped on the opportunity and didn't look back.
Bran asked me if I could introduce him into transport, which I did with a company that is called CTI Logistics. So that was Bran's footpath into transport. And then we worked together for another 2-3 years, and then we decided, we should just partner up and form something, and two heads are better than one. So that's when we formed our company.
With that, Filii Logistics was born. Derived from the Greek language, the name Filii loosely translates to God's sons. You operate in other cities other than Perth?
No, we're only Perth-based. We are local at the moment, but that's part of our vision. We get interstate. If we can do some interstate work, that will be very good. That's a part of the long-term goal, and also container logistics, which is what we have just started now.
So we can proceed. I'm eager to see.
See the yard?
The yard, yes.
Base of operations. All right. Yeah, let's go. Normally, this is one of our places where we come and pick up freight. So there's all different kinds of freight going to different areas. So here it's all do it yourself show.
It's a one-man show.
It is a one-man show here.
Aguna
Tan boy. You release that. Then after that, just go through the buckles. Open them one at a time.
Okay.
So then after that, then you just give it a bit of a tug. All right, this carries approximately 14 pallets. So, and it's rated at 8
So what
tons.
are pallets? You know?
Pallets, example of a pallet is one of these. This box with all the freight on them. Yeah, so they are measured at about 1200 by 1200.
Okay.
And we carry about 12 of them. So usually we release these.
So that's a pellet.
Yes, that now being picked up is a pallet.
Pallet.
Yes, it's a pallet, yeah. That one is only a small load. Usually I'll have full trucks.
Okay.
But this is a quick drop, 2 pallets. So after
Sasa
that we just...
unapeleka wapi?
So this is just going to an area called Maddington, Bunnings in Maddington. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is we go do a quick drop there.
So now the kufunga sasa.
Sasa ndio kufunga. Yeah. Sasa nimekuonesha ya kufungua. Can be a bit usual. Hata unaweza chukua gloves. We are subcontracted by CTI Logistics, which is a company we work for. That's where we get all our jobs. At the moment we are operating a fleet of 4 trucks and slowly trying to expand. Slide it up until the front, then probably hold here and here.
Bran and Sam
Yeah.
admit
Then you
that
match
it was
them,
never their
line it
intention
in.
to start a business here in Australia. They initially relocated in order to pursue further studies. Bran landed here in 1998, with Sam arriving 10 years later, that is, in 2008. They both attended Edith Cowan University. Bran focused on business studies while Sam specialized in marketing and international business.
So after graduation, of course, I did various different jobs, but I've always had a passion for trucking. So I worked in the IT industry. I also worked in business. I did factory work. So a lot of different areas, but I've always had a passion for driving. I love cars, love speed, and I've always wanted to be in the trucking business. It's a passion I've had from when I was young.
And for most of us, after we graduate, we normally say tutarudi nyumbani, but 11 years later we're here.
Sam says he decided to stay because, for him, Perth City was a wonderful place.
It's very family oriented. We have beautiful sceneries here. There's a beautiful beach down the road. Security is good. The school systems here are good. Healthcare is good. So living in Perth, I think for us it just worked out good, even in terms of our business, because there's less traffic than the states in the in the eastern states, Melbourne and Sydney. So we enjoy Perth. It's beautiful.
In the 4 years that they've been running their trucking company, Bran and Sam have been able to acquire a lot of experience that they believe Kenya can benefit a lot from.
So first thing is infrastructure, you need the roads. Secondly, what I think is the systems. If the systems work the way they're supposed to work, it makes it easier for us small businesses, to do something, because the other big companies that dominate this market, they have the capital to do whatever it is that they need to do. So it's very important that the systems and the infrastructure are there to cater for small businesses or companies that are, trying to grow in the industry.
Despite Australia's advanced systems and superior infrastructure, Bran and Sam still experience a number of challenges, especially when it comes to matters management.
And also just understanding, learning the costings of how the business runs, getting the good drivers. That's a very big thing. At the moment we have a very good team. We have some Kenyans who are working for us and we have one Australian. So it's just getting that right formula. But the big challenge has been, of course, as a company, the banks would say, we want you to have been trading for more than 2 years before we can lend you money. So things like that have been challenges, but we have overcome it.
And guess what keeps them going?
We do also pray a lot. So a lot of our guidance also comes from prayer and from God. We have a lot of support from our families back home and our wives here and our friends. So and also the business community. So there's a lot of support for me and Brian. But over the years, we've slowly grown and adjusted and seen how it is to do business abroad.
It is for this reason that they feel they also need to give back to the Kenyan community.
We would like to partner and maybe set something up as well at home, as home is always best.
Yes, it would be good to see our company growing to the state where we have a branch in Nairobi. Of course, because it is home and you want to take something back home as well. But at the moment, we're looking at growing it here, and we've also invested back home in other areas.
Currently, they have a staff of 3 employees and hope to continue growing their business in the years to come.
Our dream ultimately is to get into shipping. That is where we would like to be. We have Sam, who's already just ventured now into the container logistics business, so we have our foot in the door.
Being fans of this show, Bran and Sam also draw their inspiration from Seagate Holdings, a freight company based in Dallas, Texas, that is run by 4 Kenyans who were featured on this series recently.
From 3 to 300, yeah, which was a big motivator for Bran and I. His son actually sent me that video, and he told me, we have to get there. So far we have 4 trucks, so hopefully we'll go from 4 to 400.
And as we wind up the show, this is the advice they leave us with regarding investing abroad on our Diaspora Bite.
Home is where your heart is. We do miss our families, our parents, our friends back home. But as I was telling you earlier, there's a reason why we've been put here. There's a reason why God has blessed us this much. So, instead of trying to rush home to, try and become a tenderpreneur, so let's just keep doing what we're doing.
Thank you so much, Brian and Sam, for sharing your story. You've now joined the Daring Abroad family. And that's how we end the show today. Let's do it again next Saturday. For now, bye-bye from Perth in Australia.
Daring Abroad, brought to you by Equity.